Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Blessed Samhain. I wouldn't normally be making a video at this time of day because normally I'd be at work, but I took today off as a mental health day. It had nothing to do with Samhain, to be quite honest with you. It just happened to fall on Samhain, so that's that, I guess. But so today I wanted to talk about the Emperor. That was my Fool's Journey card that I'm on right now. So I'm on card number 4, the Emperor, and I have been having some difficulties with the Emperor, mainly because the Emperor in tarot, in the traditional sense, is very like toxically masculine, in my opinion. It's very much not the masculine that I want to work with, which using this card now to kind of dictate the divine masculine that I do want to work with has kind of been helpful. I know technically the Emperor is like the earthly masculine, I guess. I don't really know. It gets a little confusing because I know that there's the High Priestess and the Empress, and that's the divine feminine versus the earthly feminine, or whatever. Human feminine, whatever it is. I don't freaking know. But anyways, so the Emperor is the archetypal father figure, essentially, and in my opinion it's a little toxic-y. Leadership, masculine, power, mature men, material success. The Emperor is a supreme authority, not to be reckoned with, signifies strength and nobility, which is all fine and great, except that's not really the type of masculine I want to necessarily work with. Which is kind of ironic because this card and this meditation kind of prompted me to look into other possible divine masculine figures, as opposed to, because I was working with Loki, and I need structure. I don't need more chaos. Lilith is enough chaos for me. She's got her own set of things, and her level of chaos is enough. So, and I'm all for it, but Loki was just a little much, like a lot to add on to that, and I'm sorry. There we go. Find a book here to put you up on. Sorry. I didn't think of this beforehand. Prop you up a little. That's better. Okay. I don't have to hunch down nearly as much. But, I've kind of taken a break on making the grimoire pages, so I will eventually have like probably a show and tell of all of them as soon as, like, I get further in and make some more progress on them. I kind of stopped after the High Priestess just because work and about a bunch of different things kind of, I just, I was going through a phase, I go through phases with my grimoire, so I work in it a lot and then I work on it not so much, and I'm trying to work on pieces for a solo show coming up in February, so it's like a balancing act as to what art I should work on and how and whatever. So anyway, where was I going with that? So this being the archetypal father figure, like I said, was very shadowy for me, especially since my own real life father isn't really anything like this. This kind of reminds me of my grandfather. My step-grandfather is not genetically related to me in any way, which I'm grateful for because he's a dick and I cannot. I can't. I just can't. I just can't with him anymore. So, let's see. I've made notes in my journaling here about how, it's like this description of the Emperor kind of reminds me of the alpha male and how they've taken masculinity to a toxic and sick place that helps and serves really nobody in the end, because it hurts them in the long run too. But it's basically just an excuse for people to be irrational and violent and not take any accountability for their actions because they're inherently better than everyone else and they don't need to take accountability for their actions, which that's not the kind of masculine I want to work with as a patron god. So ironically, I have been called to work with, or at least kind of start communing with, Kronos. Now, there is kind of a lot of confusion between Kronos with the CH and Kronos with the CR, because one in, I think, Kronos in Roman mythology is a father time, or a personification of time, and then Kronos in Greek mythology is the titan of time and death and whatever. And it's very tyrannical in a lot of ways, but I don't know. I'm kind of going through the Kronos associations and just seeing kind of what works best for me, because in the Roman pantheon he's Saturn, which he's, obviously the god of time in that iteration, but then he's just, they make the titans in the Greek mythology so much more I don't know what the word is. I don't know. Just gross. Like he cuts off Uranus, because Uranus is his father, the primordial god Uranus. Aaron like cuts off his, like castrates him, and I'm just like, why? What is the point of that? But then again, I'm trying to not take the myths so literally, and it's just a matter of kind of, I don't know, I guess dating him in a way, because everything, all of his energies I align with for the most part. Addressing issues or problems, apprehension, banishment, binding, boundaries, building, creativity, longevity, magical cleansing, meditation, overcoming obstacles, revealing the truth, and self-discipline. Which, ironically, Lilith has a lot of those qualities too, but it's in kind of a different way, I feel, because of the, it's just, I don't know, I just feel like it's a little bit different. But the idea of time, the god of time, that kind of, that's the part I'm really stuck on, and that I'm clinging to, because time is an illusion. Time is a construct that has been created by man. And as someone with ADHD, among other things, time has never been my friend. I've never had a good relationship with time because I've never been allowed to view time the way I view time. I've never been allowed to do things on my own time. I've never been able to create my own timeline that works best for me, because in a neurotypical world, everything is based on their standards, on the standards of the norm. So for me, time has always been something, just generally speaking, like whether it be the passage of time, time on the clock face, blocked time in order to do a project, like, you know, like it's already the end of October in the year 2022, and in my brain I still feel like it's 2000 in a lot of ways. Do you know what I mean? Like, time is interesting, and that's what Chronos brings to the table for me. That's the depiction of Father Time, working with Father Time, how I would go about doing that, and figuring out a way to work with the energies in that way. Not so much the Titan that castrated his father and ate his children and that kind of shit. That doesn't appeal to me, but the Father of Time does. And honestly, it kind of brings me around to like a personification. It kind of reminds me of Professor Dumbledore. Not only the depiction of Dumbledore with the beard and all that stuff, and he is so into astrology and the cosmos, and he seems to be immortal, obviously, until he gets killed by spoiler alert, killed by Draco Malfoy, or Snape, I guess, but whatever. Spoiler alert, I guess, if you haven't watched it or seen it or read it. But looking at it through that lens, I think, is going to be interesting. And Dumbledore has always been a character that I've clung to, that I've related to. I can, as someone who read Harry Potter as a child and clung to Harry and related with Harry so much, and then, you know, Dumbledore is his, for all intents and purposes, his father. Him being an allegorical Father Time, or a depiction of a modern day depiction of Kronos, makes sense to me. So I don't know, I'm just rambling now at this point. I've been doing some meditations and stuff and just kind of working with it, but taking my time. I'm not doing any dedications yet. I'm kind of taking it a lot slower than I did with Lilith. Lilith I kind of just knew, and, you know, less than a year into my working with her, I had already, like, the moment I realized who I was getting nudged at by, I knew that I was going to be with her for life. That's where the tattoo comes in and everything. So yeah, I know this started off as talking about the Emperor and it's now talking about Kronos, but I feel like it's relevant, and I feel like this particular month's meditations on the Emperor really got me thinking about how I view the divine masculine and what I want in a patron god, and what I want in a future partner, that kind of thing too. So it's all kind of still a little jumbled, but hopefully that made any sort of sense. And this video's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, so I apologize in advance. Yeah, that's the Emperor. I will see you for my Fool's Journey next month with the Hierophant, I think, I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't know. Usually I have the cards with me in front of me, but I don't. So, alright, that's all I got for you right now. Happy Samhain, blessed Samhain, words. Have a great day. Bye.